Hey everyone, welcome back to Travel Tuesdays. So far we've traveled to Turkey, we've taken you to Israel, we've journeyed to Greece. Today we're going to Italy. We're going to journey about 3 hours by car south from Rome to the Campania region of Italy. There, located on the shores of the Bay of Naples, sits my fourth most favorite site in all of the lands of the Bible, what is known as the Villa Oplontis, also called the Villa Poppaea or Oplontis A. This beautiful first century Roman villa is absolutely stunning, exquisite, and breathtaking. It was destroyed in the first century AD with the eruption of Mount Vesuvius that takes place in AD 79. This is the eruption that is also going to destroy the Roman towns of Herculaneum and Pompeii, and actually Oplontis sits between those two towns. Now, Oplontis is in the periphery of Pompeii, so probably there is a connection between the residents of this villa and that town. Nevertheless, it is buried under 10 meters, that's 33 feet of ash and lava flow. Why do I love Oplontis? One, it's off the beaten track. But this villa gives you a window into the uber wealthy of the Roman Empire. Now remember, the whole Campania region and around the Bay of Naples was kind of the Roman Riviera. This villa, however, is absolutely majestic. The mosaic floors, the frescoed walls, the marble, and even the way that the artwork is drawn. The perspective on it is unbelievable. One of my favorite pieces of all the frescoes in this villa is actually a basket of figs. This basket of figs, if you look very carefully, the artist even drew a transparent cover that covered the figs to keep the birds off of it. It's breathtaking how they were able to do this with this frescoed work. Now, why is this called the Villa Poppaea? Well, some scholars and archaeologists think that it belonged either to Poppaea Sabinea or her family. She is the second wife of the Roman Emperor Nero. He is the last of the Julio-Claudian dynasty of Roman emperors. Remember, he is the emperor that presides over the burning of Rome. He is also the emperor at the beginning of the first Jewish revolt against Rome in the land of Israel that breaks out in the year AD 66. Now, Nero is going to be killed and assassinated in AD 68, and that brings them into the Julio-Claudian dynasty. Then in 69, we have the year of the three emperors, and then finally we have the emergence of the Flavian dynasty, which is Vespasian, Titus, and Domitian. And actually it was in that time, during the time of the Flavian dynasty, that the eruption of Vesuvius took place that buried Oplontis and Herculaneum and Pompeii. What is so fascinating, though, at this site is you see a large villa with dining rooms, with servant quarters, with home worship centers for the household deities and gods and goddesses. You see actually gardens, evidence of fruit trees in the gardens. Okay, because remember, all of this stuff was buried by the Vesuvian eruption, and so it was carbonized, so scholars are able to even reconstruct what the gardens looked like, what kind of species of plants and trees were in the gardens. It has a luxurious swimming pool and exercise area. Let me say it like this. This villa is absolutely stunning. And why it's so important is because when you go to Rome and you see the House of Augustus, which is beautiful, or you see that Palatine Hill where the palaces of some of the emperors stood, Most of that is in great disrepair and ruin. And this is why Oplontis is so fascinating, because you really get to see how the upper echelons of Roman society lived. For those of you who have been to Israel and seen the palaces of Herod the Great, like at Herodium or Masada, listen, Herod was living like a pauper compared to the upper class of Rome and Roman society in Italy. Oplontis also helps us to understand the different layers of Roman society, because one of the reasons why scholars have identified this possibly as the home of or belonging to the family of Poppaea is because of an inscription that mentions a servant by the name of Secundus of Poppaea. Now, Secundus is a very popular name, especially of servants and slaves, and Poppaea is a known family name within the Roman Empire. So is it Nero's wife's? It's not clear. Could be, but it's not clear. But this place is beautiful. It's not even fully excavated. And one of the things that you get to see here is when the pyroclastic flow hit this villa, it actually flash fried all of the carbon wood in the villa. And so you can still even see evidence of the doors, evidence of the beams, and it's really just absolutely beautiful, breathtaking, and fascinating. And the artwork is stunning. So join us next week on Travel Tuesday, when we're actually going to start talking about food in the lands of the Bible. Have a great week, everyone. We'll see you back here next time on Travel Tuesday.